anybody else's hands, this is a microphone. In my hands, it's a pipe bomb. Pipe bomb. Pipe bomb. Pipe bomb. Pipe.
Oh, hi, Mark.
What's going on, everyone? It's your buddy Justin Draven alongside his tag team partner Loki the Dorky Yorkie, and we're going to get right into it. First off, R.I.P to Slaughterhouse. I don't think we're ever going to get another song or another project or anything regarding those four members ever again. But, oh my God, did Joell Ortiz and King Crook come in, just set some shit on fire. They burnt the house down and they opened up the butcher shop. That's what the fuck they just did. Oh my God. They released 2 songs, Foreclosure, which I got into in one of my last videos, which was dope because it was a double entendre that I didn't even get until I was recording that fucking line when I was just doing the last video. And then they just dropped another one called Backstage. And they painted a picture. And it's kind of hard to unsee that picture now because considering what we know about Joe Budden. I mean, the shit with Royce, that's kind of shocking. It's very shocking that he would side with Joe. It almost seems like they're trying to do some shady shit, no pun intended. But King Crook and Joell, oh my God. Like I said, they burnt the slaughterhouse down and they opened up the butcher shop. They fucking went hard. They went hard. And Joe Budden got salty and Royce got salty. But what do they expect those two guys to do? Like, for real, what do they expect them to do? Just wait around? Joe is podcasting, one of the most popular podcasts out there, but then he kind of declined a little bit. And then Royce, he went off and he did a whole other project with Premier, DJ Premier. So it was called Prime. Shit was dope. And then he did the Book of Ryan. But we didn't hear nothing from King Crook and Joell. But then I guess Joell and King Crook got together and then they did that. I mean, I don't really know. They call it the Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse, but I honestly think they should call it the Butcher Shop because they're fucking murdering shit. Those 2 songs go hard, like they get into some shit. I mean, think about it. They said that Joe didn't want to sign another contract onto Shady. He didn't want to do another thing on Shady. Okay, they got off Shady. Then Joe said he was retired. Okay, Royce said he didn't want to do a 3-man group. Okay, so Joell and King Crooked, I'm just going to call him Crooked Eye. Joell and Crooked Eye went off and did a project. Now, they might have made a mistake by calling it the Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse because then the other 2 got wicked salty about it. But, can you really fucking blame them, Joe? And you too, Royce. I'm blaming you on this because you know. You know what I mean? All right, so what? If you guys didn't want to be a part of it, and then they go off and do their own thing, and they were talking about the Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse, why it didn't work, the fuck you salty for? I tend to believe Joell and Crook because we know Joe's track record. And surprisingly, from what they were saying in those songs, Royce was almost on that path, almost like he needs Joe Budden. Like he's backing Joe Budden because Joe Budden even went off and said he's the most poppin' one. He's bigger than everything. Come on, Joe. Come on, son. Come on. You're a dope rapper. Okay, you're a dope rapper. I'm not even gonna take that away from you. In my opinion, you wasn't poppin' in Slaughterhouse. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? You was a notable member. You held your own, but really, come on. Against Royce the 5'9", Crooked Eye, and Joell Ortiz, you were 100% the weakest link. But you're still a top-tier elite MC. I'm not even saying they're a little bit above you. And for you to say that you're bigger than all of that shit, why? Because you got your podcast, bro. You're already on a whole other cast. Because you had a falling out with the other 2. And you continued. So there you go. You continued. Why can't they continue? Just because they're discussing the Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse doesn't mean they're calling themselves Slaughterhouse. I think that's what Joe's getting salty. And the fact that they exposed his ass. But was anybody really surprised considering Joe's track record? I sure as shit was not. I was surprised that they came out with that project and that the shit, I wasn't surprised it went hard, but I was surprised that it came up and that they're being so vulnerable. But Royce and Joe, they're just coming off as salty. And that's fucked up, yo, because Slaughterhouse was the shit. They was calling him Voltron. Voltron, yo. They called that group Voltron. Like, and that shit fit because them motherfuckers are all top tier elite MCs. And my whole thing is if Joe doesn't want to rap and he's just dangling the carrot in front of him, and then they were saying that he wanted more money for performing because he was on Love and Hip Hop, and he wanted more money from like the percentage of his side, and then he was saying he was going to fund the album. And that makes sense what Crooked said that. He said, dude, I wouldn't trust you to do that shit, for one. And for two, if you wanted more money for performing because you was on Love and Hip Hop, what the fuck you think's going to happen if you fund the album? Like, dog, that don't even make sense. That's just crazy. That's fucking crazy. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I think Joe and Royce are a little bit salty. But it is what it is, you know? I wish they could have all gotten this done and handled behind the scenes, and we could have at least gotten, you know, like a fucking 4 or 5 song EP or some shit, doing what Joel and Ortiz and Crooked are doing. So they're doing, as far as I'm concerned, Joel and Crooked Eye are doing the work for the fans. Because nobody was bigger than the group than the fans. The fans are the biggest ones in your group. And we showed you a lot of love. We bought all your shit. Dude, you don't have any idea how many fucking mixtapes I have from Slaughterhouse? And a lot of them are just verses from all this. It's just mixed shit. Like, because I like Slaughterhouse. And now, what are we ain't got nothing. We've got nothing to look forward to. We were waiting for 10 fucking years. 10 years. How much longer does Joe Budden expect the fucking people to wait, bro? I don't know. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you guys think. But I stand with Crook and Joel. I'm kind of slighted at Royce right now, not to lie. Like, I was a huge fan of Royce. Eminem's my favorite rapper of all time. And I still feel as if Royce the 5'9" is the only one who ever gets on a track with Eminem, you can't tell who has the better verse. Every time. Go back and look up all this shit. Not one fucking time can you say M got Royce on a song. And not one time can you might even be able to say Royce got M on a couple tracks. But you could never, I don't think you could ever say like Eminem just ate Royce on every track. Because it's not true. Like, he was always the guy I saw as the equal to Eminem. And that's not even bullshitting. Like, I swear to God, I've always said that. When it comes to songs, like people who do songs with Eminem, I've always said that Royce has always had the equal verse. I mean, Jay-Z's considered one of the top rappers of all time, and Eminem fucking murdered him on Renegade. Murdered him. Everyone says that Lil Wayne didn't get ate up on his... Lil Wayne got ate the fuck up. His verse was fire, but he got ate the fuck up. Eminem ate up everybody on that Forever track. Eminem ate... He eats anybody who gets on a song with him. He fucking eats them up. He eats their lunch right in front of them. And that never happened with Royce. And I still feel Royce is a top tier elite MC. But something's up with why he's siding with Joe. And I know he's saying he ain't taking sides, but you're completely taking sides. Because even if you didn't want to do the 3-man group, what the fuck are you mad that they're doing the 2-man group for? I don't get it. Like, you've been fucked over in this industry before, and you know what it's like. So the fact that you're letting it happen to your people, I don't know. That could, you know what I mean? You're back under that Eminem wing, you know. Then you got Joe because you think Joe might have a bigger platform because he's got his podcast or whatever. So you're trying to side with Joe, keep him happy. I don't know. That's not a good look. And I think you guys should have just sorted that shit out, or just get over the fact that Joel and Crooked Eye are doing their thing. Support the shit if you're really their boy. Like, what the fuck? let me put it this way. In my eyes, as a fan who's been a fan since day one of Slaughterhouse, I don't feel like they said anything that's out of pocket. Like, at all. I don't think anything they said is out of pocket. So, I mean, maybe it might have stung a little bit to hear that shit about yourself, but was it really dishonest? Because I know the perception of it does not seem like it's in your favor. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I think I'm very sad for the end of Slaughterhouse. But I'm souped and excited that 50% of Slaughterhouse came out and said why the shit fell down. They explained what happened. And as a fan, I'm grateful for that. I am grateful. Because I've been wondering where the fuck Slaughterhouse has been for the past 10 years too. I'm still jamming a hammer dance, motherfucker. Like, come on. Like, Slaughterhouse was it. Now, I don't know. It's sad. What do you guys think? Were you a fan of Slaughterhouse? Are you still a fan of Slaughterhouse? Do you support Joel and King Crook? Do you support Royce and Joe? Are you indifferent? Do you support everybody involved? Because I guess that's kind of where I'm at. I support everybody involved. I don't want to see anybody, fall off and be down bad, but I'd like to see them all work together again. I don't think we'll ever get it because I just saw a live stream with the three, and there was three of them. It was Royce, Joe, they were talking, and then Joel popped up. And Joe straight told Joel to suck his dick. And fam, I guarantee you when Joe said you're going to wish you recanted that, Joel's going to light some fucking fire on Joe Budden. So it's R.I.P to Slaughterhouse. But I'm pretty sure that King Crook and Joel about to slaughter Mouse. And Royce is kind of fucked up for taking Joe's side when both of them was hiding behind their side hustles. Joe was always the weakest link, but the butcher shop brought the muscle.